already know the English, but we just need to practice. That's our main problem. I think for all of us, that most of us, I think we already know English, but we just need to practice. So I just want to.
Yes. That's what the main point is. We need to practice. We need to stop being afraid of speaking. You know, the more you practice, the more the more you speak, the more practice you'll get. It will be easier for you, and and to get along with other people. Um, I'm going to tell you this a little bit. I was in Matamoros for 6 months. And I thought everyone here in the US speaks English, so we needed to learn English before coming here. So I was there 6 months and I bought me a book and I started reading, learning words, dates, nights, spoons, forks. I learned a lot of that. When I got here, I went to an apartment. There was more than 5 guys there and no one of them speaks English. I said, wait a minute, you guys don't speak English? He said, no, 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 we don't. And so how you work? How you get, I was asking them, ¿ustedes no hablan inglés? Dice, no, casi no. Dice, ¿cómo trabajan? Bueno, trabajamos en trabajos donde no se necesita hablar. El restaurante, limpieza, la yarda. Y yo estaba preocupado por eso. Ok. Mm, I did continue to learn. So in about 2 or 3 months, these 6 guys in this apartment, they were asking me, can you come with me to translate, I need to send this money. I need to return this package. I need to go do this at this place. I need to fill up these applications. And I felt important. I said, oh, wait a minute, I'm only 3 months here. And I'm the translator at this apartment, in this apartment. So it is good, no? And I was not good at English at that time, but they saw me talking every day. I was reading a book and I was speaking loudly. I was reading the book and I was not reading by memory, or using my brain to read. I was reading loud. And some of the guys were saying, wait a minute, this guy will never stop. But after all, they were happy that I was able to help them. Anyway, let's get started. We are first level financial broker. And under this signature, we represent National Life Group. See, it is very important, What I'm going to say is not going to be a full presentation, but I'm going to tell you how we go on some of the items that we normally talk to people, and we wanted to tell them the way they understand, but sometimes we struggle to explain the situations. So I'm trying to advance here. Espérame. Just a minute. Okay, we got it under control. I just need to move this guy from here and close this barcode that appear on my screen. We have two purposes to go to explain to our prospects in English. One of them, it will be a financial planning related to protection and accumulation. If you see down here, it says savings. I want to change the words from savings to accumulation. It's because I feel more comfortable talking to people about protection first, and then at the same time is going to accumulate money as they go on, as they pay for the policy every month. And we are proudly representing these three incredible companies. American Amicable, being on the market for 115 years. Es algo espectacular, 115 años. Han existido por muchos años, quiere decir que son buenas empresas. Pero this is not the only one that has this long term or long time on the market. We also have National Life Group. I know Fidelity and Warranty has only 65, 67 years old on the market, but I'm going to go straight to National Life Group. National Life Group was founded in 1948. So by now, I believe it's 178 years on the market. How many situations this company has survived? Great Depression was on 1929. No, 1929. No, yeah, 1929. That's what it was. I'm trying to give a little bit of history. 1929, the Great Depression, a lot of businesses went down, but National Life Group survived, this depression. World War One, there's a World One and Two. Also, it was a major defeat by multiple companies. National Life Group until today is one of the best in the industry. And you can see here, AM Best is not only national, but is international qualifications. AM Best is one of the companies that monitors and follows the growth of these companies. So AM Best has given the National Life Group an A plus, o sea, multiple A's, right? Ya hemos explicado antes que AM Best es una compañía internacional que califica a estas empresas con las que nosotros trabajamos. Sí, pero Standard Poor's es también el S&P 500. El S&P 500 también le dio un A+ a esta empresa. Y Moody's es otra compañía, es otra empresa que analiza, critica a estas empresas. They analyze, criticize, and qualifies them to be one of the best. So A+1. All right. Remember, if you have a question about how to explain this concept, stop me, ask the question, and we will go over all together. And be prepared because at some point during this presentation, one of you will have to talk and explain something about the slides I'm working with at this moment,
I'm
right?
nervous.
Right, I know who I'm going to point first, right, Lilia?
Lily's
Sorry,
Sorry.
what did you say?
Mhm.
Repeat
Be
again. I didn't.
prepared because on one of these slides or láminas, presentación, I'm going to select one of you to tell me something about the presentation, what that means, or how you can explain it to your client in English.
Okay, nationalized group, like I just said, like I just see, sorry, in these images, be here in the market for almost 2 centuries, long time. What do you think about this company? Trust, you can trust in this company because it's a long time in the market. Uh, do you think they are doing the things good or no?
Yes, for sure.
Excellent. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
If this company has been on the market for years, yeah, that's something I can trust on because they're not going to disappear from one night to another day, right? Well, excellent. Well explained. We're gonna go to the next slide. National Life Group is one of the most richest companies related to insurance industry. Even though they already paid $6 billion, to the people who claim for death benefits, people who claim for health issues, People who got what was the people who generated chronic illness and they had to get paid every month. Well, $6 billion. That's a lot of money. So if they need to pay $6 more billion during the next 10 years, well, they got 43 billions on hand. They do have a lot of money on the bank, and that's one of the requirements to be an insurance company, to have the money they need to use to pay the benefits to all the insurers. Now, 47 billions on assets. I want to ask to one of you on the Zoom, okay, what is an asset for you? What's an asset?
I know in Spanish there's activos, and I think activos is I don't know how to say in
Yeah,
English.
yeah, you just said activos, right?
Activos. Bueno,
Yeah.
iba a explicar lo que eran activos, pero sí,
Mhm.
haces son activos.
Yeah, en español no podemos decir los bienes,
Ujú.
¿verdad? Los bienes que una persona, una compañía posee, ¿verdad? En inglés, y también se usa la palabra activos en la palabra financiera en español. So, esas tres palabras, bienes, activos, en inglés se dice assets,
Assets. Okay.
¿verdad? Entonces, easy to tell them, 47 billions on assets. What are the assets? It could be casinos, hotels, uh, malls, shopping centers, even a cruise, like the ones that goes to the Caribbean. They may belong to, because they invest in this business. Maybe they bought one so they can make some money to pay all the benefits to all the people who's claiming for benefits. So that's how uh, National Life Group duplicates or makes money using the money we put for our policies. Anyway, and one of the best thing about this company is they did this beautiful, great application that we can download to our phone, and we can track the progress about our plan. Some people get disappointed because in the first 2 years, or maybe the first year in some cases, they don't see much money. But it will grow. It will continue to grow little by little, and that's the concept I'm going to explain how the money is going to grow, right? And you can talk to your clients, to your customers, saying you are going to be able to manage, or check your benefits, check your money growth using this application, as well as if you are trying to get what's called an agent for your team. The agent will also have an application similar to this, to check on the policies, make changes, and check on activities and all that, right? So it's good to explain, because not all the companies has this application for us to use. I'm going to the next one. Now, this is a private plan. This is not a federal plan. That means it's not a governmental plan. Este no es un plan de gobierno. Este no es un plan nacional auspiciado por Social Security Administration. This is a private plan. So all the people who want to apply to get one of these policies, may qualify. Not everybody qualifies, because you need to be in good health condition, not close to, to be buried, not close to die, but you need to be walking and breathing.
Next to the death.
You need to be walking and breathing and working, and there are some other things that apply, but everybody can apply, and it doesn't matter if you are a professional with a high degree, that you came from Harvard or Stanford. It doesn't matter because the more education you have, more money you will need for your retirement. The more money your dependents will require to survive in case you are missing, in case you die early, right? So anybody can apply for this plan, and it will be up to the company, National Life Group, to approve you, approve your client, approve the applicants. Any questions about this? No importa, ¿verdad? Qué tipo de educación tenga y cuánto dinero gana. Entre más alta es su educación y más dinero gana, más necesita un plan de retiro o más necesita un plan para poder dejar a sus hijos o a su familia protegida en caso de que usted falte, ¿verdad? Asumo que usted gana $200,000 por año.
Sí, yes. And also, if the client has a condition, uh, definitely, I'm always suggest apply and let the company take the decision. So it doesn't matter if they have the condition, try to apply and leave to the company decide if they approve or not approve.
Ya quiero ver si le entendía, Paulina. Dice que
Ajá, a
el
ver,
cliente debe de aplicar, no importa si tiene una condición.
que
La
intente.
compañía una condición médica. La
Ujú.
compañía va a ser la que va a analizar y aprobarlo. Wow, un
Oh,
aplauso a Paulina, le entendí muy bien.
yes, I'm so
Así,
happy.
así que ya le puede explicar al vecino acerca del IOL.
Yes,
Okay,
that's the
what's an
main point.
IOL? Mhm. What's an IOL? This is a life insurance with living benefits, right? And it's based, and also a retirement plan that pays compound interest based on an S&P 500. S&P 500. ¿Cómo diríamos, digamos, en español decimos la bolsa de valores, ¿verdad? Pero en inglés no decimos la bolsa de valores, no decimos the sack of value o bag of values. No, right? In inglés, we need to say stock exchange, right? Stock exchange, la palabra stock podríamos decir inventario, ¿verdad? Pero en realidad aquí no se refiere a un intercambio de inventario. Aquí se refiere a un intercambio de valores, ¿verdad? Stock exchange es un intercambio de valores. La gente compra el valor de una empresa, sea que esté barata, ¿verdad? Para revenderlo a un valor más alto. Cuando está barato, para revenderlo más alto. They buy companies that are on the bankruptcy level, so they can make it better, they can improve it and sell it later at a better price. Or they can sell products like gas, gold, anything, like these companies here. Somebody can buy Microsoft products and invest in these products. So this is called a stock exchange, intercambio o venta de valores prácticamente. Right?
Please, I have a
Yes.
question here.
Mhm.
So, the Bolsa de Valores is the same as stock exchange. So that's the
Uh,
way that they refer
Yeah,
for
stock
the
exchanges en la bolsa de valores. La bolsa de valores está compuesta de miles, o de cientos, bueno, hay miles, pero vamos a hablar de cientos índices, como S&P 500 es uno,
one of the
el,
okay.
dígame.
No, yeah, I got it. So, inside of the stock exchange exists more than 1,000 index, and one of those index is the S&P 500, right?
Correct. Yeah, that's correct. Um, Number one, S&P 500, the 500 most reliable companies, I will say, in the world. all the ones that trade and qualifies to be in this group. Why we use S&P 500 is because this is the number of companies the consumers uses the most. See, all these logos that you see here, we use them pretty much every time. Quizás no todos los días. We use these companies every day. We use Netflix, we use Verizon, Comcast. Pfizer es la compañía laboratorio que hizo las vacunas para el COVID, ¿verdad? AT&T. See, a lot of these companies we use every day. Home Depot, Visa, MasterCard, P&G, Procter Gamble. Procter Gamble es la compañía que distribuye tantos productos como diapers, pastas de dientes, distribuye tantos. Y Procter Gamble es la empresa. Google, Microsoft, que corre los programas de computadora. Tesla, one of the leading industry in electrical vehicles, right? So we use these 500 companies, and because we use these companies and they make money, we are able to get compensated, get paid compound interest for our contribution. Index Universal Life, and it will credit us um, up to 11%, and even though the market falls, these companies will stay high. I've been checking, the results on the last few days, even though there is a war threat, they're still up. They're still good. They are not afraid, because we all need them, even there is a war and another war. And even if they go down, the company, National Life Group, they have promised that we will not lose our money. They provide us a floor of 0%. If this company loses money, the company will award us no more than 0%. And this is in the first 2 years. After the first 2 years, you may be able to get more, maybe 1 or 2% if the market crashes. So that's how we can gain confidence from our prospect, from our client. Let them know that we are safe in case the stock market crashes. Right? Any questions about that? ¿Algún comentario en español, en inglés, mientras tomo agua?
Yes, please. You are doing so great, Luis. I'm very need to learn
Your
about this.
explication is pretty good, Luis.
Yes.
That's why we understand almost all what you said. You taught
Yeah.
us.
And you are doing easy.
Yes.
I'm going easy, right? Okay. Yeah, that's why I say that it was going to be easy, simple, and divertido, fun.
And the most important thing is, as than you say, I don't know if it's like that, say it like that, is the terms, the way that we need to refer or to say this presentation, because it's not the same as in Spanish. So that's why the people that know English, los invito a que sí entremos a estas capacitaciones, porque definitivamente, o sea, exactly, imagine it says sack of the values, o sea, no, it doesn't make sense. So that's why now, example, today I know that the Bolsa de Valores is the same as a stock exchange. So it's very important to be training to be this on this presentation. Thank you, Luis.
Correct. Now, how the money is going to grow, once we start one of these plans, they have this plan that some of the money is going to go to the protection and some of the money is going to go to the accumulation, and they will pay us based on the revenue of these 500 companies. If they report 7%, they'll pay us 7%. If they report 15% growth or profit, they will pay us 11%, right? And that's the only disadvantage, because when the company loses money, they absorb the loss, but they will pay us, or it will keep us it will keep our money safe. Now, 8% interest rate, we're going to use this simple $200, savings per month. If you multiply $200 times 12, which is 12 months in a year, it will equal to $2,400. And that's how we are going to explain to the client how the money is going to grow. And now we are going to use this example, of 5 years. 2,400 times 5 is going to be $12,000. Now, on the first year, 12,000, $2,400 is all we have. So they will calculate 8% out of 2,400. So they will pay us $192, which is a simple interest. Why is simple interest? It's because they only paying for the money we gave them. There is no money accumulated yet. But in the following year, we will do the same thing. Provide to the company $2,400, $200 per month, and we will add the $192 they paid us as an interest. And now, at the end of the year, we're going to have $4,992. And at this point, they will pay $399.36 based on this amount. What happened here, this amount, and this amount already made an 8% profit. That's why it's called compound interest, because this interest they paid us, it will also get paid interest the following year, that's what we call it, compound interest. If they don't pay us compound interest, they only pay for this amount. The first year I got 2,400. The second year I got another 2,400. In 3 years, I will have $7,200. If they pay me 8% only on this $7,200, I won't be able to get 399, because they allow us to add the interest they paid us to our capital. And now the money is going to grow faster. In 5 years, in this example, we already made as profit $3,206.21. Well, why we use the 8% as an example? It's because on the last, I would say 5 years, it's been an average. The company's been paying 8 to 8.5. Yeah.
I think it's the average in the 10 years, I think.
Yeah, on the last 10 years. So that means that the S&P 500 or the 500 companies, those are companies that we can rely on and let the money work through them. As we say earlier today, the money is not really invested on the S&P 500 or on the 500 companies, but based on the revenue, the profit they report every year, we will receive payment. ¿Quedó claro la explicación? Ya no se los explico en español porque ya lo saben. All right. Si no
Any
tienen preguntas.
questions? Any questions? Somebody
Oh
wants
my
to
God,
participate?
estoy yendo muy despacio. I'm going so slow. It's 7:24 p.m. Anyway,
No,
Index
you're okay.
Universal Life. This is a long-term plan. You know, it's not a money that you can put in the bank and take it out the next month. You know, this is a plan that's gonna, it will need to stay in this account for a long, long time. How much? As long as you can. You know, 10 years will be great, 20 years will be better, 30 years will be incredible because you will gain enough money to retire yourself at the end of your labor life. 70% of what you put in on the account is going to go to your accumulation, right? And this 70% is what's going to get paid interest. You will have available liquid money to withdraw. You will have tax benefits when you withdraw your money. And the most important thing, you have 0% losses. You're not going to lose your money at all, right? And the cash value that you have here, you can withdraw it and not pay taxes on your withdrawal, on your money you already made. You know, there are some concepts that we will learn in the future, but this is a great benefit. The other 30%, if we continue using the $200 sample, $200 plans that we use as an example, 30% out of the $200, I will say that $60 is going to go to your death benefits. Assuming that you are on a standard health condition, you know, you can walk, you can breathe, you can work, even if you don't work, you know, but you have enough money to pay for your policy, that's great, not a problem. You know, but you're gonna have this death benefit and you're gonna have the living benefit. That means you are going to be able to uh, claim just in case you have a problem, you know, like a heart attack, you have a brain stroke, you're gonna, if you have a diabetes on extreme level that you have to suffer amputations, you know, you can claim. But if you uh, passed away o pass away early, en español se dice si usted pasa mejor vida, ¿verdad? Porque no podemos decir esa palabra en inglés. Si usted traduce, you're going to pass a better life and say, oh, wow, you get a better job, you get a better home, you got married, you know, se casó, compró una mejor casa, o sea, no funciona. En la traducción tenemos que usar la interpretación. O sea, you can have life benefits through this life insurance program. Okay, I'm going to let you hear this little video, and I will talk about two concepts that I learned the other day about this video. No matter if you're young or old. Do we have sound, Paulina?
Yes, it's
Yes.
good. You can hear.
With nearly
Yes.
everyone around you, you want to protect your family. You also don't want to worry about whether or not their future will be financially secure. When you're young and first starting a family, you think about providing the protection needed to make sure your family will have enough to live on if the unthinkable happens. When you are more settled down, you think about wanting to have enough money for retirement. When you've reached your golden years, you're thinking about leaving something behind for generations to come, like an income tax-free inheritance, to make sure your family is left with a solid foundation to carry on once you're gone. These are the things that keep you up at night. Thankfully, there is a way to find peace of mind so you can sleep. It's the Index Universal Life from Texas All Benefits Group, where life insurance, planning for retirement, and leaving something behind become a reality all in one certificate. Imagine having the flexibility to make the right start when you are young, get on the right path when you still have time to save for retirement, plan for the future, or to leave something behind, ensuring that what you've built over time is going to live on with your family. The Index Universal Life by Texas All Benefits Group offers an income tax-free death benefit with flexible insurance premiums, tax-deferred cash value accumulations, access to cash value when you need it most,
the potential for supplemental retirement income. The IUL offers a choice. Your premiums could be allocated between an indexed account and a fixed account. The indexed account is linked to the S&P 500 index, excluding dividends, and offers the possibility for higher growth. The interest rate will be limited to a certain percentage. This is called the cap rate, and the amount that can be credited to the index account cannot be higher than the maximum cap rate. At the same time, the index account is protected from a down market by the 0% floor. This means the interest credited to it can never be less than zero. If you choose the fixed account, it offers a competitive rate of interest that provides a steady growth, but it may be outperformed by the index account in an up market. Who knew that life insurance could do all of this? It's time to sleep at night again and stop the worrying, because the Index Universal Life offers the peace of mind you're looking for.
Excelente. Ok, voy a enfocar a 3 o 4 puntos de este video. See, when you are with your client, you can focus 3 or 4 points. You you can focus on those 3 or 4 points. One of them is that the people is always afraid of losing their life early and not leaving the family protected. Just think in case of the inevitable happens, I want to leave my kids, my children protected. I want to leave something for my wife to pay off the house just in case I still owe it. That's what they are saying. They keep you up. You cannot sleep. Imagine if somebody has a symptom that is threatening their life, trying to, okay, I don't know what's going to happen to me. I'm scheduled for a surgery, and I don't know if I'm going to survive this surgery. Well, being protected with one of these policies from this life insurance companies that gives you life benefits and life protection while you're still alive. It is incredible. If you take one, then you will be able to sleep well at night. You see, that's one of the key points that we can talk to our clients, our friends, who needs to know about life insurance and protection. ¿Alguien que me quiera comentar algo de lo que escuchó ahí que le gustó?
Somebody in Spanish, English? Who?
The last part, your safety and future are our top priorities. It's a powerful phrase.
No alcancé a escuchar bien, se oía un poco borroso.
Es una frase
Muy
poderosa.
very powerful. The
Very
last one.
powerful.
Yes, your safety and future are our top priorities. I think that's my opinion.
One of the other things that I saw there is in case the people live long enough, it will have enough to retire with good retirement benefits, good retirement plan. So that was one of the other things that I noticed on this plan that explains on these videos, and it's good for us to know it so we can explain it to our prospects. Great. Here are 2 concepts that I'm not going to go through this very deeply. It's trying to compare 401k against the IUL. Well, 401k is a program that is being sponsored by employers, and if a prospect already has a 401k, it's fine, no problem, but we can also offer them an IUL. An IUL offers a protection, 0 losses, growth when the market grows up. You have access to your money at any time, right after the 2 years, and the client is going to have living and death benefits using an IUL. The 401k, you only receive the money once you retire or after you pass over 59 and a half years old, then you can claim it. You will still have to pay taxes on the money you gain during the contribution period. And that's what it is, the 401k and the IUL. Son dos cosas separadas. No hay discusión con los clientes. Si ellos tienen un 401k, este es un artículo también del IRS, así como el que hablamos nosotros, el 7702, creo que es el inciso E, ¿verdad? Este también es igual, es un 401k del IRS que lo implementan en las compañías para el empleador recibir beneficios de impuestos. Entonces, estos son para la mayoría de personas que no tienen un 401k y quieren agregar para su protección. And also, the people who doesn't have a retirement plan through the Social Security Administration, even though you have one, check it out. You may not have enough once you retire. So you probably need one of these programs. An IUL will help you to have a better retirement because you need more money than the money they will give you. All right, that's all I'm going to say about this slide, and I will talk about this in the future a little more. But I'm going to proceed to the next one because I'm getting behind on my time. Now, talking about this seems to be a real policy example here, right? This lady, 35 years old, she started off paying $350 monthly, which adding all together during 1 year is going to be $4,200. And out of this, a portion of it went to the protection, and the other portion went to the accumulation, which what you see here. The other portion, that went to the life insurance and the protection, just in case somebody gets sick, is going to take you to those benefits, and as well as the life insurance payout, which is the face amount listed here, right? Aquí ya sabemos que una porción se va para la contribución de los beneficios y la póliza de vida, más y la otra parte a la acumulación. So little by little is going to increase. They will pay in this sample, 6.81%, based on, what I was going to say, whatever the S&P 500 reports, that's what's going to be paid. But at this point, it's listed as 681%, and so on. The more time is going on, it's passing, the more money you are accumulating. Year 10, you're going to have more money accumulated. And then at that point, you have more cash value, you have more liquid asset. This is also an asset, a liquid asset that you can use in case of an emergency. If you need to, you can take money out, right? That's all I'm going to say about this slide. I know the more time you stay paying for your policy, the more money you will receive at the end of your labor time, when you retire. How you get started? Most people will ask you, hey, ¿cuánto cuesta? What's the cost of this plan? Well, it's not actually how much it costs. No es cuánto cuesta, this is how much you can afford. Cuánto usted puede pagar, right? It depends on the age of the person. If this person, that you're talking to is in the age of 36 to 40 years of age, you can tell them you can start, $250, $300, $350, and so on. and then you can point to them how much is going to be on his or her face amount or on her policy benefit. It's listed here. All you have to do is read these numbers to the person according to age and contribution, right? Now, we have been talking about financial benefits, but now I'm talking about critical benefit, health benefit. If anybody, gets in a bad position and something happens to the person who's insured, generates a cancer, organ transplant, stroke, heart attack, any of these, once we have the documentation from the doctor, we can submit it to the company, National Life, or whichever company you are insured with. And they will process the documentation and analyze it, and it will pay you. It will pay the benefits for the reason if you get sick and you're not able to work, well, you will also receive the benefit if it becomes a chronic illness. But if you generate a terminal illness, the terminal illness is when the doctor tells you you only have less than 24 months to live. I recommend you and advise you to go home, live your life, seek a different treatment, or use your faith. If you get well, the company, it doesn't matter, the company will still pay you for the terminal illness. They will be happy to pay for terminal illness instead of waiting for you to die, because once you die, they will have to pay more. But the terminal illness, they will save some money. That's why they offer a compensation when the people is still alive. If you get well after all, you can keep the money. You don't have to return it. Is that incredible? Okay. I was struggling a little bit trying to explain this portion. Now, this is the conclusion of this program. It changes your life. Life changes. You need to be protected. If you know somebody that needs this program, and for one reason, maybe they die soon or live long. Die soon, for any reason, get sick, an accident, or something like that, you still can claim your benefits. Or become ill, you got sick for any reason, you can claim your benefits while you're still alive. And this is what Index Universal Life offers to all the prospects that you are ready to see now next, I will say tomorrow, because today is already late, but tomorrow you can talk to them and offer this program. They will be happy to know about you and about the Index Universal Life. Anybody has a comment? Anybody wants to say something?
Yes, I want to say thank you because I realize that I need to uh, to hear you more often. The good thing this presentation it's
Lucy, this is only for today. Aquí estoy solo por hoy.
it's recording, so I know
I'm
for
sorry.
sure it's already
Okay.
recorded.
Okay. Family, friends, don't go yet. The second part is more important than the one you just heard. What's the second part here? Yeah. Now I explain how you can talk to prospects. Yeah, I explained, the easy way you can talk to your clients in English, right? You don't have to be expert talking in English. And, just the way that we speak, they will be able to understand. I don't know if you notice that when another Hispanic person is talking in English to somebody and you are listening, you are paying attention, you understand all what this person is trying to say. And it's because you understand the concept that they are trying to explain. So the same thing is going to be with your prospects, your client. They will understand much better than any other cultures. Anyway, now you will need once you are in English market, there will be people who wants to join your team. There will be people who wants to know how they can work for you or with you. They want to know how they can make money offering this plan. Well, believe it or not, I got the solution here. I got this solution, and I'm going to show you in just 5 minutes how we can make money using this presentation or looking for prospects to join our team. And here we go. Commissions, right? I know commissions are very good for everybody. We all need extra money. It's good if we can make it full time, but if you want to do it part time, you are welcome to join our team. Not a problem. So how are you going to make money here? Beginners, we help them to make some money. If they have somebody they want to recommend us and we go and show show this program, do a presentation, you can call Lucy, you can call Paulina, you can call anybody that's more comfortable if you're not comfortable yourself, but I'm hoping that you can do it yourself, so that you can make more money. Once this person joins the team as a customer and then becomes an agent, this person is going to make at least $400 if they sell a $200 plan per month. $400, that's considered bonuses. But now we have a better plan. The better plan is that if the prospect trying to join your team buys his own policy, but brings somebody else, another friend or family member, uh, the person is going to receive 50% out of the 12 months, which is going to be $1,200. But he needs to bring somebody else. He needs to add two policies at the same time. If it don't buy his own policy and bring somebody else, I'm sorry, only $400 for beginners. Once they learn, we will guide them to get a license. And once you qualify, you will study for your license, you will pass your license, and you will become licensee one. Yeah, what's going to happen when you are licensee one? At that point, you are going to make 50% commission straight when you sell your policies. $200 policy plan, right? Times 12 is $2,400. You will receive $1,200 commission, right? And this is going to be commission. The company will pay you directly to your bank account. Right? And we're not going to leave you alone. You are going to learn. We're going to give you hands-on training, right? From lunes to viernes, vamos a tener manos en la masa, hands-on training every day, Monday through Friday. And we are going to have also trainings in the evenings. So we're not going to leave you alone. We're going to take you step by step until you become a professional. Right? We're going to teach you all the details, the entire theory, and we're going to provide all that for you. We're not going to hide a single thing. Everything is going to be exposed at the moment you join us. All right, what's going to happen once you are licensee one? Now we will encourage you to do a production and sell at least $38,400 in production. You can do this in one day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. You can do it by yourself. You can do it along with other team members that you will join to your group. 16 policies, if they are $200 per month, you need at least 16 policies in order to get to 38,400. Once you accomplish this amount, then you will be promoted to a licensee 2, right? Well, what is the benefits of becoming a licensee 2? Now you are promoted to a 60% commission. You no longer make 50%. You're not going to make $1,200. You now will make $1,440 or $1,440, which is going to be a 10% increase. Isn't this nice, great, good, better?
Sounds very, very good.
All right. Well, the job continues. We need to continue working and doing what we need to do to go to the next level. And now we need to go to licensee level 3, right? Licensee level 3. Now you need to produce between you and your team $52,800, which is around 22 policies. If you sell, $250, $300 policies or $150 policy, not a problem. As long as you get to 52,800 between you and your team, you will be promoted to a 70% commission, right? Now you're not gonna make $1,440 when you sell a plan of $200 per month. Now you will make $1,680. Isn't this great? So I'm sure there will be a lot of people out there. There are some Orientals, some people who's not making enough money doing haircuts. If they can get in your team and you teach them how to make money, I'm sure they will be very, very pleased. They will be very thankful to you because you offered them this great opportunity. Is there anybody having any comment? ¿Quieren comentar algo que quieran decir?
I just wanted to say thank you, Luis. I knew you will do it really great, and you did. I think what
Gracias,
you were
Lucy.
telling at the very beginning of this presentation is that you need to believe in yourself. So I did before you did it. I believe in yourself and in your in your knowledge about this. So I really appreciate your help today. Thank you, Paulina. You did a great job as well.